Hi everyone, happy Thursday. I keep wanting to say Tuesday, but I go live on Thursdays now. So I've been posting pictures of this and y'all were trying to decide what it was. So this is what it is. It's a rain boot. Let me show you how I painted it, but I'm gonna cheat on the flowers tonight. This is my painted version. So bright. This is Hello Spring. I know it's backwards for you, but this is the painted version of it. But we're going to do it a little bit different tonight. I'm going to paint the boot, but then I'm going to cheat on the flowers because I have some, I won't name any names, Crystal, that have this pattern that they just were a little bit intimidated, I guess you would say, by the flowers. It looks like a lot of detail in there. So I'm going to show her a way to cheat with it tonight. And you've seen me do this technique on some other things recently, but I decided, and I haven't done this yet, so we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully I've got it in my mind how I want it to turn out and what I think it's going to look like, so we will see what it's going to look like. Let me go ahead and get you pulled up here on my iPad so I can see your comments. While that's coming up, I am Pam Savage with Young at Heart Creations. I live about 50 to 60 miles north of Dallas. We've had kind of a, looked like it could just storm at any time today, but it hasn't. It's just been very cloudy and windy for I'm looking out a window, for 2 solid months. We have had wind, and more wind. And it's got everybody's allergies and everything all stirred up. But I hear other people are having snow, so I guess it could be worse. Hi, Jean. Thanks for hopping on. So here's what we're going to be working on tonight. But before I forget, don't forget to sprinkle. And if you have not hit that follow button, please follow. That helps me with my Facebook algorithm. But if you will sprinkle to others. Hi, Debbie. And just wanted to let you know, my bell won't ring yet. It won't ring yet, but I'm only 17 followers away from 800. So it's gone fast from the last time that we got to send out some happy mail. So I'm only 17 away from 800. So sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. I would appreciate it. And deadline was yesterday for the August 28th paint party. If you still, I've got 2 that I think are still going to come. So if you twisted my arm and you want to come, I will make a spot for you. But the official deadline was last night. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and paint the boot in that aqua color because I think it just goes prettiest with what we've got tonight. We could pick some other colors, but I just happen to have this one out, and that's the color that one's painted. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you down. And let's see if I can get you here where you can see what's going on. I have been, before we get started on that, I have been in a 3.5 hour training, online training, today and then through Sunday. I have training through Sunday, and it's a free training, but it's on how to start a membership. So many of you have contacted me and sent me a message and said, why don't you start a membership? We would love a membership. And I'm like, well, tell me how. I don't know how. So I am listening to you, and I'm trying to take in everything that I can. So this training has been very, very helpful on some tips and things. So I'm getting there. Snail pace, but I am getting there. So I'm going to do my best. Sometime next year, hopefully, after my husband retires, we can get a membership going. He retires in November. So if it doesn't happen before then, hopefully after then we can. But I'm working hard on seeing if everything fits so that I think a membership would work. So anyway, that's what's in the making. All right, so we're going to start out with Spa Blue Deco Art. And just going to start with my base coat brush and get that first base coat on there. I've already base coated the white on it just to seal it. And I have this top part all green, but I did go over it with some white since we're going to be doing something different. Cheating. I am not a cheater, but I'm kind of feeling like I'm cheating tonight. So I hope it turns out okay. And I don't know why I just put that white out there. That's not the color that I wanted. So bear with me here. Let me stick that right back in there. Don't know why, because I was talking and not listening to, I wasn't listening to what I was saying. So I definitely don't want to waste all my white. So we'll get it back in there. So what's everybody doing this week? I've had a very busy week with the training. Kept my grandson overnight. He went home yesterday. And now I've got the little granddog, keeping her until Monday. And then my bigger granddog, Mila, I'll be keeping her Thursday, Friday, and I think she'll go back home Saturday. And then we've got, going to take my mom and dad out for my dad's birthday tomorrow night. And then we've got a marriage seminar at our congregation that everybody's invited to, and that's an all-day event. So, busy, busy, busy weekend. And I'm trying to get things ready for the paint party. I've been putting together napkin packets and some other things that I'll have on the sale table. That I've got all the boxes together. I'm going to work tomorrow on, or probably Monday, I'm going to work on getting all the paint together and getting everything loaded. Okay, so we're going to go with this spa color. It is one of my absolute favorite colors. I just love it. Okay, we'll see. Might need a little more, but I like to start out with a little bit. We can always add to it. And that way we don't have to waste it. This is long, so it's going to take up some space on here. Hi, Zelma. I am doing really, really well. Doing great. The granddog that we've got right now, her name is Phoebe. And it is my son and daughter-in-law that are expecting our little grandson in June. His due date is not until July the 2nd, but the doctor was talking to her, so it looks like we're going to have a end of June baby. Which I figured. I didn't figure they would let her go the whole way if he doesn't decide to come, before then. Okay, and the way I'm doing my edges, I'm feathering out. I don't go this way because it makes a blob of paint on the outside of your edge. Oh, that's a pretty color. If it didn't do anything else to it, I love it because of that color. Feathering away, and then I'll need to do the edges. A little paint booger in there. There we go. So Phoebe is the little dainty, do nothing wrong. She doesn't like to get in trouble. Grand dog. Mila is the, if you leave your socks out, I'm gonna get your socks. And then I'm going to come and whine to you and tell you what I did with them. She's the sneaky one. She's fun. She's got such a personality. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to go right along the edge. I'm going to do the sole of it in brown. Just holding it straight up just to go on that line. So that's called holding it up on its chisel edge. Also getting things ready for Tamara Bennett's live. That's July the 15th and 16th. So I'm trying to get my stuff ready that I'll be taking to that to present. It is going to be so much fun, and she's reduced the price, by the way. That Southern Adornments Decor with Tamara Bennett. Her live is going to be in Dallas, technically in Plano, but it's just right, just a couple of minutes, just right outside of Dallas. And she has knocked the price off if you order by the 7th, I believe, of this month. She's knocked the price off $150. So if you've been on the fence about going, I would go ahead and get your ticket now so that you can get that discount. Okay, let's go ahead and dry this just a little bit. And we'll put one more coat on it. So I have been busy around here, and I'm pulling stuff out to get items ready for, I think I'm going to do a flash sale, a live sale, but I got to get this party. I want to focus on it first because that's next week, next Thursday. And I want to make sure I have everything ready and all the ladies have a great time. So as soon as I get that done, I'm going to try to get things ready and have a flash sale. My room is just getting overtaken with painted items. I've got so much stuff, and I've got, in another room, I've got a big bin full of painted items. I usually save them for the craft show, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do my spring items and go ahead and have a sale with those. I need to learn how to do a live sale, so I thought, well, I'm just going to do my spring items and see how it goes. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I just love this color. My bedroom, mine and David's bedroom, is a little bit lighter shade than this, but this color. I'm adding just a little bit of water to make this second coat go on a little easier. Okay, and now I'm going to do the edges. This is going to be the shading color. That's going to be that color, the rim of the boot, so that's why I'm not painting it. So to do my edges, I don't scrape it down on it, I pat it on so that it doesn't get all over the back. Now I already had a hanger on this, so I just taped it down so it wouldn't be flopping everywhere. This is one I did a long time ago. And I just stuck my finger in that a long time ago. So I've learned some tricks since this on not getting it on the back. I'll probably go through and stain this one on the back, or put something on the back of it, because I did get some green on it on the back in just a couple of places, and I won't send it out that way. Okay, so I'm just pat, pat, pat. And it's going on really easy. And I don't think we'll even need a second coat, because I put it on pretty thick. And then just smooth out any ridges if you have any along the edge. Sometimes after the live, I'll go back and look, because it's hard with this ring light. Sometimes you think, okay, yeah, that looks covered, and then you turn the ring light off and go, oops. Okay, that looks good there. Okay, we're going to set that aside, and let's go ahead while I've got some of this out, and let's get some shading done on it. So I'm going to go with, this is Royal Lang Nickel, and it's a number 10 flat. And we're going to use Desert Turquoise Deco Art to do some shading. So I have my bristles wet, and I'm just going to get some of that base color on there, and just on the corner get a little bit of that. And let's go right underneath the lip of that first. Such a pretty color. Now right under the lip of that's not going to matter a lot. I will probably go a little bit darker here in a minute with it because that's the color this is going to be up here. All right, let's go along the edges. Now this paint is still wet, so I'll try not to put my arm in it. But it does blend much nicer if it's wet. Oh, that is so pretty. Love the color combination. Blending it out. See if you can see that on there. Really adds to it. Hi Debbie, thank you. I do too. Oh, you're not late. We really haven't done anything. Hi Lewis. Hi Peggy. Thanks for hopping on. All right, let's just go all the way around to the curve, or to the toe of it. So I've actually, in my craft room, I've got in 3 different sections, getting ready for 3 different events. And y'all know me. I have to have order in my craft room. I have to have order in my house. I just do. Now our lighter color here, this base color, that's going to dry and you won't even see it. Okay. Now let's do this side. Making sure that I get that darker color on the right tip each time. So by this one, this is slanted here and cut off, so I'm making sure to go at the bottom of that, at the bottom of the writing. That tells me which side I have that color on. All right, so I'm gonna go right up here at the toe. Right where it's gonna meet with the sole. And then we'll have some brown for the sole. My hubby was on vacation all last week and until this morning of this week, so he was not looking forward to going back to work. He was enjoying his time off, which he does not get very often. we're going to go up the back side. I'm going to put just a little bit of water. It's kind of drying out, so I'm just adding a little bit of water here. Spreading it out thin so that it's not too wet. Let it dry just a little bit. If it's too wet, it just blends out too much. Thank you, Peggy. I doubt myself sometimes, I really do. And y'all's comments, you have no idea how much that helps. Sometimes I will second guess myself and I'll go, oh, I know they're so bored, but I'm going to do it anyway, and hopefully it helps somebody. That's my whole purpose. Of course, I love to paint, but I just hope that I can show somebody else that if I can do it, anybody can do it. Because honestly, I don't think I have any artistic value. Not like a true artist. I'm a craft painter, but I look at everybody else's work and I think, oh, I can't, I wish I could do that. I hope they're getting enough out of this. And then I think, no, stop that. Don't compare yourself to others. Everybody, we're so hard on ourselves. So your comments just mean the world to me. Okay, so we're good there. Okay, so we've got that all shaded. I'm going to add just a little bit of white to this shading color, and we'll do the rim of the boot. I want it just a little bit lighter than that shading color, so it'll show up pretty good. All right, I'm just going to mix it in. And that's the only thing I have to do in this color, so I won't have to worry about mixing any more of it. I like these royaling nickel that have these are plastic handles. I really like those. Okay, so I'm just going to go with a number 10 flat. And we'll get that base coated. Should be just dark enough. I have to go just a little bit darker with it. I think I got too much white in it. But it's fixable. We have a baby shower next month for our new baby. So I was doing some online shopping today. Okay, I think that darkened it up enough. So I definitely want it to contrast. And then again, it may not. I may have to go with a straight color. I'm going just over the line a little bit so that I make sure it's covered. Some splatters there. And just smoothing it out. Okay, let's try and put a second coat on it. I think we'll be all right. I think it's gonna work. That's the attitude to have, Peggy. Definitely. Okay, yeah, with the second coat, it's going to work just fine. And then we'll have to do the edges. I remember when I was a little girl, I got a pair of rain boots, and I just thought I was the coolest thing ever. I was so proud of those boots. And I just could not wait for it to rain. Got boots and got a new umbrella as well with them. And I just remember thinking how neat they were, how cool I felt in them. And they were just a little, I think they came from the dime store, but they just meant so much to me, and I just love splashing in the rain. Okay, so I'm just patting on the edges here with this darker color. Now on the edges up here, I've got that in Hauser medium green, just to give the effect of leaves. This color's covering real nice. I don't know if y'all can hear them, but the dove out in our yard are just singing like crazy. Okay, so it definitely contrasted enough. And I can still see the shading under it. Okay, let's let that dry. And while that's drying, we'll go ahead and do the heel. Hi, Miss Vicky. Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it. Hi, Rebecca. I was telling everybody at the beginning, I'm wanting so bad to ring my bell. We are only 17 away from 800 followers. So sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And if you have not hit that follow button, hit the follow button. I would appreciate it. That'll get us closer. And as soon as I get to 800, we will send out some happy mail. Okay, so for the heel, or the sole and heel, I'm going to do sable brown deco art. I use that sometimes to do my gingerbread men, or I'll use honey brown, but it's about the same color. All right, and I'm going to go with, let's see, I think this is a number 6 Royal Lang nickel flat, so number 6. And then we'll add some little streaks in it to make it look like wood. Like a wooden aluminum sole. I guess some of them are rubber, but I guess these would be rubber now that I think about it. That's okay. Mine had brown soles on them. This is the color I would probably use, or I did use when I did cowboy boots. I'm so excited to get stuff ready to do a live sale, a flash sale. Ever since I finally figured out how to invoice and have that all set up, I'm excited about it, but I just absolutely have not had a chance with everything else that's going on. And then I sit here and I think, well, why would they want to purchase anything? They all paint. So y'all tell me, is that even something you would be interested in? Are there people on here that don't paint that would be interested in purchasing items? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the edge done first on this, and then we'll fill it in. So again, I'm just patting that edge. Oh, it feels good to get up and do something after sitting in that training for 3 hours. Actually, it was 3.5 hours. A lot of good information. And it's free to the public. You just have to go in and sign up. It's Stu, S-T-U, McLaren, M-C-L-A-R-E-N. So it's a free course, but it's got a lot of information. Of course, he has a membership that you can join. But this is all free, and I just can't believe the information that he's giving free. He does it once a year. And he is the business coach for Tamara Bennett with Southern Adornments Decor, and also for Heidi Easley with Texas Art and Soul. So he's also her business coach. He's just got several. Oops, sorry, losing you. My Archon's sinking down. Let me get you lifted up here. There we go. I was losing you. Let's see if I can turn it this way. Going to stand it up on its chisel edge and just pull it, and then just fill it in. Don't have to worry about the edge because I've already got it painted. Just stay right under where I shaded. And we'll do a little bit more shading with a darker brown. Okay, and I think one coat is going to take care of that. I think we're good. Alrighty, so there's what we've got so far. Now I'm going to to take, this is Espresso Brown. And we'll do a little bit of shading on that. And we'll just use that same brush. So I'll get the base color on there and a little bit of that darker brown. May have to go even darker. We'll see. See if this is going to be dark enough. I think it will. See if I've got an even darker one here. Okay, I'm gonna go with so old. This is Ceram Coat and it's Burnt Umber. See if I can even get any out of it. It's just a little bit darker. See if we can get a little better shading with that. Okay, so I'm putting my base coat back on. And I'm going to go in that darker. I think that's going to be a little more of what we're looking for. Okay, and then I'm just going to streak some. Actually going to change brushes. I just don't like that, what that one's doing for me. For me or to me, I don't know which. It's just not giving me that soft line that I want. Okay, that's a little better. Let's see if we can get some on just under the heel, the sole. Okay, so I want you to see here, there's nothing, and here I've got that brown shaded. So look at the difference. So you've got shading here and none here. Not a huge detail, but to me it just makes such a difference. Just separates everything out. It's just a much richer chocolate. And that Ceram Coat's a little bit thicker than the Deco. Sometimes that works great for what you're needing. You need it thicker, but sometimes the thinner works better. Just depends on what you're doing. Okay, now I'm going to take my liner brush and just put a little bit of wood grain in there. This is a Royal Langnickel #1 liner brush. And I'm just going to take that dark Darkest Chocolate. What was it called? Burnt Umber. Burnt Umber is a great color to really water down. Oh, I don't know, the size of a 50-cent piece, depending on what you're doing, how much you need, but to water it down and use as a stain. Okay, so I'm just going to make some little lines just in various places, just to give it a little bit of a grainy look. Okay, and then I'm going to go back over it just a little bit to tone it down with that base coat color. Could put just a little bit of that dark brown here on the edge as well, on the inside, just to give it some shadow. And let's go on the bottom too. Okay, all right, let's put our dots on. For that, we're going to use my largest sponge pouncer. And I'm going to get a clean, it's not clean, but a different plate for this, because we're going to use our base color with a little bit of white in it. Or we could go this color. I don't know, let's see. Kind of figuring this out as I go. Okay, so let's mix that up. And let's see if that's going to be light enough. Yeah, I think it will. And we'll put a little bit of that dark in there, we'll put a little bit of the dark on the edge. Okay, so I'm going to go in this color first. I'm going to get it on. See, it's quite a bit on there. And then I'm going to get it off, because I don't want it real thick on there. And then in that darker color that we shaded with, just on one edge, I'm going to put it on like that. And we're going to twist. Twist and lift. And this always gets bubbles in it, so I just blow it a little bit to get the bubbles out. You don't want to blow it super hard or they'll blow everywhere, but I mean, bubbles don't really bother me, but I do just go ahead. So there you've got a little bit lighter than your base color, and then by putting that darker color on just one edge, we've already got some shading going on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and load again, put it on, take it off, and get some of our dark color just on one side. It's getting a little dry. Put it on, take it off. Okay, we'll press down, lift up. Okay, and you want to go in a triangle when you're doing your dots so you don't get all your dots in one spot, all clumped in one area. Okay, on and off. Pressing down and twisting and lifting up. Let's put kind of a half one here. So much fun. Okay, let's put a half one here. And let's reload. I think we're going to have just enough paint to finish them. Hi, Miss Christy. Hi, Linda. Thank you so much, Vicki, for sprinkling. Just telling everybody we're just 17 away from having 800 followers. I'm so excited. I'll get to send out some more happy mail. My post office is getting very familiar with me. They're like, what are you sending somebody today? Didn't you just send them something? Yes, but... All right, let's see how we want to do this one. We'll do half one here. And then we'll do one there. Okay, let me look. Oh, let's put one on. I'm gonna put one right here on the toe. And then I think we'll put one, let me get a piece of paper. We'll put a half one here like it's coming off. Whoops, that was too high up. Let me come down a little bit. I went up too high with it. Let me get it right on that sole. Almost. My paper's not straight. Okay, good enough, and we can touch that up. Okay, so let's touch up a little bit with that brown. I'm going to dry it first. Let's see, just a little bit of paint on the side here where I did that. So let me grab a baby wipe. I can even got most of that off. I'm still going to have to put a little brown on it. Let's go with So I'm just going to take that flat brush that I was using and just clean it up a little bit on the edge here. And I'm going to take that brown, that dark brown, and just shade back under it. Okay, like it never happened. Okay, let's draw these bubbles so I don't get them going everywhere. Okay, now I'm going to take it just a little bit further with the white and put a little comma stroke, just a little highlight on each bubble. And we'll just use the liner brush. I'm going to water it down just a little bit. Okay, just to make them stand out a little bit, and where we can go, we'll just go up here, just in random spots. And just give it a little bit of interest. Very quick. Okay. Super fast on that. Okay, let's see what we did on. Okay, let's go ahead and dry that. Now, I may leave this blank. On the others, I put Hello Spring, but I may leave it blank this time. And if somebody wants something, I can put something on there. But isn't that pretty? Okay, so let's go along with some white with that liner brush. And we'll just put some squigglies. And I'm looking at this one back here to see what I did with it. And notice how I'm using my little finger to kind of guide me. Oops, I better dry those, or they won't stay commas long. We're going to do the same thing here. And we'll put some little dots there. Okay, and I think we're going to go ahead and do some black. And you could do this with a marker, but I'm just going to use that liner brush, just watering it down a little bit. The apple barrel paint has a very thin consistency compared to the other paints, so it's great for outlining or lettering. Okay, so on the inside, get a little bit too much water in it. And we'll put some dots. Not putting much pressure on it, just barely. Okay, let's go over this one again that I had too much water on it. Okay, I'm going to get my daughter and we'll put some little dots on it. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Just a little something something added. Okay, I think we're good there. All right, let's dry that. Yay, Christy! We officially bought our ticket and made hotel reservations. So I'll see you twice this summer. Yes! Oh, I'm so excited. That made my day. So Christy was kind of on the fence as to whether or not they were coming to the Dallas Live event. So we've been kind of texting back and forth. I was just holding my breath, going, "Oh, you gotta come, you gotta come." So I'm super excited. Just added a couple of dots there. They're so much fun. And for the host, I mean, we're like Tamara. I mean, a big event like that is not a money maker for the hostess. The one that's having it, I've had one myself, so I know. Mine's on a much smaller scale, but you do good if you break even. You know, you want to be proud if you break even on them, because there's just not a lot of extra by the time you pay your workers, you pay for all of the supplies, and you pay for the hotel or venue wherever you're having it. There's not a lot of money left over for these girls that have these events. So, and it's like putting 3 or 4 weddings on all in one year on the same weekend. I mean, it is a lot of work, but they're just so much fun, and you just get to meet so many. Well, there'll be about 200 painters there. So I just absolutely, I've been twice, and it was just a life changer for me as far as with my business and with what I do. It just motivated me and encouraged me, and we just had a good time. We just had so much fun, and this year's is even bigger than the ones that I've been to with her. I mean, there's a lot more involved in it. And she's just putting a lot more into this one. So I'm excited. Super excited. Hi, Jane. Let's see. Okay, so let me get this one down again. This is the one, let me hold you up here, that I painted the flowers on. All those springy colors. Springy colors. And I will probably go back around these little dots. See how I've gone around these, shaded around them? I'll probably do something with a little bit lighter color even to make them stand out a little more on this one we're doing tonight. But I'll do that later. But there's the painted version. But I thought the other day, you know, we were doing the material on the chickens, and I had some left over. So I'm going to see. Let me trim my... I'm thinking that this is going to look okay on it, these flowers. So Crystal, there's the cheating part with the flowers. Crystal and flowers don't get along. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, thank you. So let's see what it looks like. And these dots are not completely dry here, these little ones I just did, but I'll have to trim a little bit of the strings off right quick. Don't want the strings hanging down. And I've still got enough left to do something else with this. So I think it was $7 and something with tax. So I think I've gotten a lot of good use out of it. One more string here. So I'm going to lay it on here and then I'm going to ask your opinion. So I've already cut it out. That leaf goes there. Okay, so what do you think? If I do it up too high, it's going to fall. So yay or nay? Okay, so I'm saying love, love. Okay. I thought it had the colors and everything in it. I thought it was so cute. So on the other ones, I've got Hello Spring. Tell me what, if you would put anything here. I can decorate it with dots, with these little dots, with my little flower looking dots. I might do that rather than put anything on it as far as wording. Okay, well, let's go for it. I've got my little iron heating. Let's see if it's on here. All right, it's not ready yet, but it will be here in just a second. Okay, so while I'm waiting on that, let me get my little tricky tool here. I think we could just do some little flowers there. So let's do that. So I need some white. Okay, so this is a little tool that I have. If you're new, there's not any more like it. This is specially made for me. So, but you can get the same effect by using the one of your daughters or the tip of your paintbrush. But much easier with a daughter. You could do the same thing. But for me, this is just faster since I already have this. So I just dip it in. And we'll do in a triangular pattern. just like we did on the big polka dots. And I'll probably come back with some of that darker blue and get it even a little darker and go around the edge. So I'll leave myself a little room to do that. Whoops, I did it twice. Well, that jazzed it up. Okay, bear with me a second while I clean this out. I can't let it dry with paint in it. And I can't leave it sitting in water or it will rust. So I have to clean it pretty quick afterwards. Okay, now do I want to put some yellow centers in those little flowers? Or I could just put white in there. Okay, yellow or white centers on the little flowers. I'm going to go ahead and be drying them while you're voting. Waiting on my little iron to heat up. It's getting hot. Okay, so Crystal, I don't know if you're on here, but what do you think about this cheating way? A lot easier. Yellow, yellow. Okay, yellow it is. Let me grab some. Get a little bit. Let's go with the primary yellow. That looks more like the yellow in the material. I'm getting low on some of my colors. Should be plenty. Okay, so we'll go with the daughter again. And so this is what you would do to make your flowers. You would just go, this one has 5 petals on it, so you would just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or however many you want. I like an odd number. Cute, cute. Good choice, ladies, good choice. All right, let's get these dots dried a little bit so I'm not smudging them everywhere. You want to be careful when you're doing dots like that because it is a puddle of paint. And if you have a hair dryer that blows real hard, it will blow it all over the place. See what my irons are doing over here. Okay, it's good and hot. Hi, Patty. It's not cheating, it's genius and creative. Thank you. I needed to hear that. I figured out why every time I try to go live with Tamra, I have issues and get kicked out. It's because my phone is an iPhone number 7. So I need to update my phone. I need to upgrade. So I think we're going to do that here pretty soon. I don't like change when it comes, especially technical things like that. I've got my phone down to where I can use it and do it without even thinking about what I'm doing. So now I have to get used to a new one all over again. Okay, so now we're going to put some Mod Podge on. This is matte finish Mod Podge. Make sure everything's gonna fit here. Yes. So we're gonna put it on, get it dry, and then I'll iron it. And while it's drying, we'll go ahead and do a little bit of shading, darker shading on that brim. I want to be sure and come all the way out to the edges, and I'll have to go around and add a little bit where it's not sticking. That's just kind of a given. I've got, I think 5 more of these cut and primed and ready to go as far as painting them, but it wouldn't take much to do like I did with this one and just paint them white. I got the wood, the cutout is from woodcuts, CUTZ.com, and if you just put in woodcut on Google, put in woodcuts.com, Bear Creek, Alabama, he'll pop up. He's got excellent prices on his wood compared to others, and I've never been disappointed with anything that I got from him. Okay, so I'm going to put my brush aside because I'm going to use it here again in a minute. I'm just going to stick it in my washcloth so that it doesn't dry out while I'm waiting on it. Okay, and it's telling me that the iron is ready, so let's go ahead and dry this, and we'll get it put on, and then we'll do a little bit of shading. And then I think we're pretty close. Yes, definitely the grandkids are for technology. I will say though, in the last year, I have pushed myself out of my comfort zone, and I have learned so much. More than I ever thought I would when it comes to technology. Still got a long ways to go, but I'm getting there. It's like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Alright, so I want it dry. You can't hold this heat tool on it too long or it will bubble up. You don't want it bubbling up, so you don't want to hold it in one spot too long. I have to tell y'all something that I did when I was going on somebody else's page live the other day as a guest. I was getting ready and I was trying to hurry and I was a little bit nervous, wanting to, you know, make sure that I did everything right, and I was getting ready and I thought, okay, do I have this on? Do I have this on? And I got in here and I was getting ready and I thought, oh man, I didn't put my perfume on. And that's honestly in my head. I was like, I didn't put my perfume on. Why would I need to put perfume on? You guys can't smell me. I hope you can't. I had a bath today, but I was like, I gotta get my perfume. I didn't put my perfume on. And then halfway into my bedroom to go get my perfume, it dawned on me, I don't need perfume. They can't smell me. All right, so I'm going to get a little bit of that color, and I think we'll add just a little bit of black to it, just to, not much at all. And see if that will darken it up enough for us. Get a little heavier shading. Too much. So do y'all ever do things like that? Surely I'm not the only one. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Okay, so I'm just going to get a little bit. Let's see what we get. Really don't need any there. I think that's, make sure that's dry enough to. My paint boxes, no, I did not. I got those. Hi, Janice. Linda, I got those off of Amazon and Etsy. They hold 81 bottles. And if you just search in the search bar, if you just put in wood and wire acrylic paint bottle holders, I think that's what I put in, they'll come up. Absolutely love them. Love, love, love them. If I thought I could get away with it, I'd probably buy a couple of more. All right, let's get a little bit of liquid here. Okay, it's got a little bit of water on there to kind of help it flow. Let's see if it's going to be too dark. Okay, nope, I think it'll be fine. Now it may look black to you in the on camera, but it's got a very nice blue, just a darker blue tint to it. And we'll do just a little bit on the edges. Now, typically, I would have done this before I put the little flowers on, but I didn't think about it until afterwards. Okay, so I think that's plenty. Okay, let's go ahead and stick our flowers on. Let's do one circle here and see one of the big dots and see what it's going to look like with white around it, or if I need to go with a little bit different color. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of experiment here. Okay, no, I don't like that. So we will go back over that, and I will probably just do a little bit of outlining on it. Okay, let's get our flowers on. All right, so I'm going to stand up to do this so I can see what I'm doing. Make sure I get everything covered. Okay, and then we want our parchment paper. All right, let me look through there and make sure that didn't move. And I want to be careful with those little flower dots and not flatten them out. So what we're doing is reactivating that Mod Podge underneath. There's also a way to do this with saran wrap underneath the napkin or material. And you just want to make sure it gets good and hot to reactivate that, to get that glue going. And Linda, those paint boxes, they came with handles on the top. little like cabinet handles so you could carry them, but I took them off because I knew that I was going to be permanently putting them on my wall. I just love how many bottles, I mean 81 bottles, and I've got 5 of them, and I've got paint in other places as well, so I could use 5 more. Okay, I think we should be good. I just want to make sure that those edges are down good. All right, moment of truth. Turn this off. Feels like it's on there pretty good to me. Got a couple of spots here that I want to put a little more Mod Podge under, just to be on the safe side. Okay, I think we're good there. I've just got a little bit of trimming to do, some little slits to cut, and then I'll just fold any excess over, and I think we'll be good. All right, let me get you pulled up here, and we'll hold her up. Okay, so what do you think? I think it looks okay. I think it's pretty good. I was concerned with the white background that, you know, it wouldn't look like greenery like on this one, but I think it looks okay. So here's this one that I painted, and then here's this one with the flowers. So I think it's okay. I think it's just a different technique. So I think it will work, and then it would be really pretty with I don't know if you would even need a bow with all the colors in it. I don't know that we would need a bow on it. So so I think we did good. But I really love this. You could just put just about anything in with where the flowers go. You could make, I mean, you could make sunflowers. You could do hydrangeas if you know how to paint hydrangeas. I'm wanting to learn that so bad. I've never done that. So, I mean, that would be pretty. So you could just put, you know, any kind of flowers in there that you wanted. You could even put for fall, oh, I hadn't thought about this, but it would be pretty to put some pumpkins, maybe little different color pumpkins coming up here and with the greenery coming out. So, ooh, I'll have to save one and do that. So there we go. Trying to think outside the box a little bit, but I think by the time I'm going to outline this maybe just a little bit. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. But I think it's so colorful and springy looking, and could carry you all the way through summer. Yay. Okay, so it looks like a thumbs up for it. Saw some hearts. Thank you, thank you. So I just love her material. I mean, her fabric is just so pretty. So I am relieved. I don't know if excited is the word, but relieved that it worked out. Because I always like for the projects to work out for you. Typically, I try to do it first before I come on live, but I'm getting braver and I'm just going for it. Just going for it. So this and one of the others that I painted will definitely be on the live sale. So when I'm getting ready for that, I will start announcing it like 1 or 2 weeks before I do it. Thank you for sprinkling. Thank you. Thank you, Wanda. Hello. Thank you so much. All right, ladies. Well, I think that's it for tonight. I'm going to go get some supper and then work on, let me show you my room. Y'all know that I like my room very neat and very organized, and that is not what it is right now. So let me give you a little tour of what I've got going on here. Trying to get ready for these couple events and paint parties. All right, I'm going to flip the camera here. See if it'll let me. Okay. That's my wall full of stuff that I need to sell and get done. That stack down there on the treadmill, which is leaving here in November. That's for the party. That's stuff for the party. And that is stuff for the party. Okay, are y'all seeing? Let me make sure that you're seeing the right thing. Yes. Let me see here. Okay, no, I had you turned wrong. I'm sorry. So that stack over there, that's all for the paint party next Thursday. That bag over there is for the paint party next Thursday. That stack over there that I'm working on, all of that over there, that is for the live sale. A lot of that's for the live sale, and I've got more in another room. And then part of that is for the Tamara Bennett. In the blue bag over there with the birds on it, that is for the paint class that I take once a month, which I have not done. I'm not ready for that, so I've got to get ready for that. So that is what I've got going on. I've got so much stuff going on, so I'm just trying to put it in all different piles so that I know that everything gets to the right spot, the right party that I don't. So I'm getting there. But I think we're done for tonight. I think it turned out okay. And I'm going to seal it real good. And then I will put it in the live sale. And typically these, I usually put $35 plus shipping and handling and taxes on them. So hope that you're interested in a live sale. Yeah, sorry, that's the first time I've flipped the camera during the live. So I hope you got to see what I was trying to show you. So, all right, well, let me know in the comments if you would be interested in a live sale, if you think that's something I should do, or if I should just hang on to it until the craft show. So, you're my audience. I'll let you choose. All right, ladies, thanks so much for hopping on. Don't forget to sprinkle. Thank you. Bye-bye.